What's good, nation? It's your boy Lamar Creation. Go listen to Melly P's Playground. Yeah!
Peasy in a sandbox, what you got to say? Tell us what you thinking about what's going on today. It's only entertainment, so shawty, don't worry. Radio view, covering issues that might make you cry. Where it goes with tissue, won't miss you, lose our powers. We got a couple hours to uplift our people and show we got power. Our legends and cats trying to get signed on. Melly P's Playground.
What?
Mama!
What?
Melly P's Playground is on!
I definitely feel so honored to be sitting next to this young man, because when I first heard this song, I heard it from my business partner, Mediamonics. Shout out to Mediamonics, who's also in the building. So Lamar Creation, he had this blazing song called Addicted. And when I first heard it, I was like, this is fire. Man, like, I'm surprised that it didn't, like, hit you in mainstream industry level yet. So, welcome to the show, Lamar. How you doing today?
And I appreciate it, and the honor is mine to be on Melly P's Playground. It's been a goal of mine, so finally here. Oh, man, you already know. You already know. Shout out to Monix for setting up the plug, you feel me? Putting me on.
Thank you, thank you. So you are rocking my favorite color, red, like head from toe. Is red your favorite color?
It is. It is. Red is my favorite color. It pops. It's bright. And when you walk in the building with red, all eyes on you every time. So I just rock the red.
Definitely.
Love the red.
So you said that you didn't get a chance to eat today. What is your favorite meals to eat?
That's a good question. I've been on like this food journey, cause you know I'm an R&B dude, so we gotta stay slim. So I mean, I really like this place called Ooh Wee It Is. They got something called Hennessy wings, so I've been eating that. But like I said, I gotta watch what I eat now. So I kind of try to stay like grilled or pan-seared, like fish, like salmon or sea bass, which can get expensive. And then I do like broccoli and asparagus and, you know, a green vegetable, you know, try to keep it light. But on my cheat days, I go to Ooh Wee It Is.
Now is Ooh Wee, that's that famous lemonade joint, right? So
they make lemonades and they call it Ooh Wee Lemonade or Ooh Wee Teas, but they actually have an actual restaurant that's called Ooh Wee It Is. It's on 83rd Street, and they serve like soul food, like with a twist. So they got like Hennessy wings. They got something called pot roast cupcakes, which is basically cornbread muffins, and it's topped with mashed potatoes, pot roast, gravy, and cheese. Oh, it's so stupid delicious.
First and foremost, I don't even like my food touching, but that sounds really, really good.
Oh, it's on
But it's
point.
like, I look at it like, nah, Lamar, that's your thing.
Yeah, no, it's on point. It's on point. That's like my cheat. Like I said, it gotta be a cheat day. And really, it gotta be like more so like a cheat every 2 weeks day. Like, I'm trying to tell you, like, being an artist is tough, man. You gain 3 pounds and your favorite shirt don't fit right no more. Like, it's stupid. I wear all my clothes tight. Like, this jacket is like the most loose thing on me, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta stay tight. I gotta stay fit.
You come off as an R&B person. A lot of people that I meet in the street, they wear baggy clothes. You would think they're a rapper, but they got vocals like yours. So who did you grow up listening to in the industry?
Donnell Jones, Carl Thomas, T-Pain was a heavy influence on me. The Dream, Neo, Luther, Mike, James Brown.
And those are all the people I was listening to in high school. Now, have you ever did music with auto-tune? Because I know you said that you listened to T-Pain. You did?
Yeah, so a lot of people don't know this, right? Auto-tune don't save you. It just make you, it gives it like this certain sound. Like, it can make you like crispier. It can make you do like, you know, little tricks with your voice. But if you can't sing, then it's not gonna work, because you have to know how to hit the key in order to make it sound good. Because you have to tell auto-tune, hey, I'm going to sing in C minor, you know, or hey, I'm going to sing in A major. So you have to be able to hit those notes. And it all depends on the song for me. Like I have used it. I have some songs on the project that I felt like required auto-tune because it was like a poppy record, or it was a record where I wanted to portray the bad guy. For some reason, I portrayed the bad guy to have auto-tune. I don't know why. Don't ask. I have no clue.
That's your alter ego.
Yeah, you know. And in some songs, you need to really hear the voice, and so we go raw at it.
Now, have you ever did like an R&B battle? Because I know a lot of verses is going on. Have you ever did an R&B battle or verses with anybody?
I haven't, but I don't think they want to see me, man. I don't think nobody want to see me in the R&B verses. It'll be dope though. That would be fun. That would be real fun. I got some stuff in my bag though.
Now, if you could do a battle with a mainstream or a up-and-coming artist, who would it be?
I'm gonna say mainstream. I'm not gonna say anybody in this field. I think everybody knows though, like, you know, who would probably be the best fit. Cause that's kind of like for the people to decide. You know what I mean? Like the people kind of say, yo, we want so and so to battle so and so. So whoever wants smoke, I'm up for the challenge. Whoever wants smoke.
So who the mainstream artists?
Mainstream wise, if I were to go against anybody, I think you gotta go against like your idol. So I would probably go against The Dream.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's my biggest idol. And I ain't saying that I'm finna, because Dream got years in this, you know what I'm saying? And it wouldn't just be like our songs, it would be songs we written for people. You know what I'm saying? Because I've had the honor to be on a few records, and even, you know, some bigger name artists. You know, I've engineered, written, produced for people like Twista, Selena Johnson, who else? G Herbo.
What?
Yeah, so you know, I've had my, you know, my chef field, you know, touching a few people. You know what I'm saying? So
have you ever came to them like, yo, bruh, yo, sis, I sing. You know, how about we do a feature together? Is there any features in the works for any of those people that you just name dropped?
There's a Twista feature in the vault. There's some things with that got to be settled out first before it can be released. But yeah, there's a Twista feature in the vault. And you know, you kind of gotta play that stuff kind of careful, right? Mm-hmm. Like when you in those rooms, you there to do a job, and you can't be groupie in it. You know what I'm saying? When you start being a groupie, they'll stop calling you. You know what I'm saying? Or you risk that, or, you know, they may have a conversation with you and they'll tell you, okay, but it's cool, I'm just letting you know, and then you never get called again. Them rooms be real tricky. So you kind of gotta play your role for a minute, and then, you know, there's an opening. Like when they start getting high and they may offer you the blunt, that's your opening. You know what I mean?
Like, we cool, we laid back now. We can chill, we can talk about some other stuff.
Right, or if the session started at 5, but y'all really didn't get started till 8. You know what I'm saying? That there's an opening there too. You know what I mean? So you kind of got to do your job first. Then once your job is done, then you could probably be like, yo, OG, can I? You know what I'm saying? But you kind of play them the record first.
Right.
See how they react to the record. Are you like that? There's a verse on there just for you. You know what I mean?
Now, you engineer, you write your own music, you write for other people. Do you dance?
No, that's on the list though. That's on the list. I got 2 things on the list.
To learn how to dance or to dance?
To learn how to dance and to learn to play the piano. I want to do those 2 things. I feel like if I could play the piano, then I could sing to the girls like John Legend. And then if I could dance, then I could dance with the girls like Usher. I don't want to be Chris Brown level. That's too crazy.
But Usher and Chris Breezy are almost on the same level.
Kinda. I feel like Chris Brown limbs move better. I feel like Chris Brown could like do like, you know, that weird stuff when they arm be going around their head, and then they go back around, loop around, and they jump through them. Like, I feel like Chris can do that. Usher a little older now, so he kind of keep it cool. He keep it swag. Did you see him in Las Vegas? He was doing the skating with the girl.
Yeah.
I would do something like that. Like, that's cold. That's cold blooded.
So you have a song called "Flexing on My Exes."
Yeah.
How was you flexing on these exes?
I mean, we do it every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, most of these exes don't got no house. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got no money for real. They ain't got no car. You gotta pick them up. You know what I'm saying? We wear our jewelry, you know what I'm saying? We wear our coats. Y'all can't see me right now, but I got my coat on, you know what I'm saying? We got on
red and black.
You know what I'm saying? We got my the Jordan 4s on. They couldn't even get these, you know what I'm saying? They had to buy these from the resellers. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how we flex. We flexing every day. They ain't got no jobs for real, you know. You know, we flexing.
Who inspired you? Because I feel like when I was listening to it, you had a specific person in mind. So who is this song about?
Man, did we have a specific person in mind for flexing?
On my ex.
You know, yeah, flexing on my ex. You know, I think, because every song it's based off of a true story. You pull from somewhere, right? I think flexing was more of a thing that was kind of like flexing on all my exes, you know, kind of a thing. I did have a particular ex that I had been with for 3 years. She was she was my longest relationship, and she was like my first everything.
Oh,
like everything.
So you was in love.
Yeah, sexually, learning how to love, learning how to talk, you know, in a relationship. Like it was everything, you know what I'm saying? And there was the point where I started to glow up. You know what I'm saying? Like I got my ears pierced, got diamonds in my ears. I learned how to actually dress because Lamar could not dress before 2019.
A couple years ago?
Yeah, like literally a couple years ago. Like he didn't know how to do these things. So when he was learning how to do these things, she liked it, but then she didn't like it because
saw a change.
Right, the attention was starting to really show. Like people were starting to pay attention to Lamar Creation. And anybody that I feel like will hold you back for their own personal gain is not somebody you need to have in your life. So we parted ways. And, you know, I think though you are moving on for the better, you still have like this lingering thing with this like, well, I'm gonna show you why you were wrong. So you gotta flex.
Now, do y'all follow each other on social media and interact still?
You know what's funny? So we do not. But she slipped. So I know she be watching because she accidentally liked the post and then she unliked it. And then she changed her name to something that I thought I couldn't find her. But I know it's like I saw the picture. I'm like, yo, wait, what? And by the time, because I was doing something, so I said, okay, I'm gonna go on her page in a second. And by the time I was able to try to go on there, I saw the notification disappear because she unliked it. So if you're out there listening to me right now, I saw you.
Period. He saw you.
I met Aaron Gunn at Maps for Music. Maps for Music was a program that taught the city artists how to basically like manage like their money in the music industry, how to, you know, make money in the music industry. Then they give us opportunity to kind of sit down and talk with industry professionals such as Twista, Toxic Productions, Selena Johnson, she came through and talked. Shauna came through and talked. So it kind of gave you an opportunity to just kind of sit in front of those people and learn the business. Now, for me, that experience is a little different. I knew all of that before I even started that program. For me, it was more so the connections.
Right, the networking.
Yeah, the networking opportunity. And so I met Aaron Gunn, he was an artist there. I met Naomi G, she was an artist there. I met Can, who was an artist there. I met Sherry J, who used to be Shauna's hype man.
Oh.
Yeah, and you know, now she's a good friend of mine. We, you know, talking about some business, you know, things in the future. So it was a really dope experience.
So this program, it was After School Matters on steroids.
Yeah, right. It was like After School Matters, but for grown people.
Right.
Yeah, because I mean, kids could. There was no age. There was no age cap on it.
Oh.
Yeah, but I think Aaron was like 35. You know, but I'm 26. So I'm glad that they did that because if not, I never would have met him.
Right.
Me and Aaron aren't even in the same circle. You know what I mean? So, and I'm not even around like the type of circle that Aaron's in.
Chicago, we so segregated. If you could take one side of Chicago with you to like any city or state, what side of town would it be and why?
The culture of Chicago is just different, period. Like, I went to Atlanta just to network. I went to this studio called DigiHouse Studios. It's a dope studio out there. And you get to network with so many different artists because it's a membership studio. Like, unless you have a membership, you can't even be in the building. So people are literally walking in and out, in and out. It's 3 studios in there. And I was talking to one guy, he was like, "You from Chicago, ain't you?" I'm like, "Yeah, how you know?" He was like, "Your whole accent, that's the way you talk. Like, it's straight Chicago." And it's the same thing with them. Like, Atlanta, they sound like Atlanta. Like, "Yeah, I'm gonna mess with you. Like, yeah, this is what we do out here." Like, it's real Southern, you know? But yeah, like, mild sauce.
They don't have mild sauce?
Nah, they don't got no mild sauce. Like, the whole culture of Chicago is just different. Mild sauce, deep dish pizza, footworking, you know what I'm saying? Juke mixes. Like, that's all Chicago. And I feel like a lot of states and cities, they be looking for that. You know what I'm saying? And that's why a lot of, sometimes when people move from Chicago and go to Atlanta, people just gravitate to them so quickly because of the culture that Chicago people are bringing. Yeah, it's just different.
Now, I know that you said you on a diet, you trying to stay fit. So what are you really cutting out? Is it pop? Is it juice and more water? What are you doing?
So when you like artists like me who gotta stay and look in a certain way, and then your voice and stuff like that, you can't even call it a diet. You gotta call it a lifestyle. It's kind of how you have to live for the rest of your life. You can't even like go back on it, right? So the things that I really like, I will have them maybe very seldomly. Like Pepsi, I like Pepsi. But I may have a Pepsi Pop every 3 months.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's
That's
like,
discipline though, because a lot of people can't even last 24 hours without a Pepsi or a drink, period.
Yeah, no pop. So pop has been cut out completely. Beef has been cut out. I tried to cut out pork. That's tough though. Pork is tough. But beef is cut out. Fried foods for the most part is cut out. I'll do like air fried, but I don't do no type of breading. That's cut out. So the only thing I really eat for real on a day to day is like fish and chicken and turkey, but it has to be either baked or like, you know, cooked on the pan. And then I gotta do a green vegetable, asparagus, broccoli, spinach, carrots, that's orange, but you know, stuff like that. And what I'll do is I'll just cook them in different ways so I don't get tired of it.
Right.
So I may do a salmon one day, and then I may do a sea bass another day, and then I may do cream spinach one day, or I may do pan-seared spinach the next day with some garlic, and then I may do roasted broccoli one day and then boiled broccoli the next day. You know, you gotta keep switching it up so you don't get tired of it.
You have a song called Slide on Me.
Yeah.
It's self-explanatory, but for those who really need a visual, what is this song really about, and how did you come up with the concept with Slide on Me?
So Slide on Me is a record. It's featuring me by my homie Martell DB. The song just dropped like 2 weeks ago. The video is dropping this Friday.
Okay.
And basically the song talks about, you know, you got a girl who's like a friend to you, right? But these men out here making it very easy for these friends to be more than friends, because they treating them bad. You know, they're not showing them no attention. They out here cheating, even though, like I was telling Monix, cheating is basically a man's genetical thing.
Something like that earlier today.
Yeah, but you out here cheating, you getting caught, you know what I'm saying? And you making it real easy for a guy like me to slide on in, you know what I'm saying? And take your girl, and I'm gonna keep doing it. So, y'all got 2 options. Either y'all gonna be better, or I'm gonna tell her to slide on me. You know what I'm saying? She gonna slide on me. You know what I'm saying?
Man, those vocals over there, it was like so smooth. Are you doing like any vocal training, or how do you get your voice so smooth like that?
No, I do no vocal training. I don't even warm up before I go in the booth. I just start doing it. Now, I swear to God I do. Now, but it's wrong. It's so wrong. Yeah. I should not be doing that. My voice is gonna die if I continue to do that. Like, it was like maybe last month, I started feeling like something in the back of my throat was like hurting, and I didn't know what it was, and it was hurting for like days. So, yet again, you know, just make sure you're taking care of your voice, training it, doing your vocal exercises. I am looking for a vocal coach, so if y'all out there, hit me up at Lamar Creation on all social media platforms. I'm mostly on IG. If you're a vocal coach, just don't charge me $100 a session because I'm not paying it. I cannot. But yeah, I am looking for a vocal coach. Everything I've been doing is on my own. I train myself.
So why don't you warm up? Because I mean, a lot of singers do tea or they don't talk for about 24 hours to save their voice when they perform as well as go in the studio.
I will do things like that. Like I will drink tea sometimes, especially if I know I'm going to like another studio that's not mine. I can't afford to do take after take. I have to just kind of be on it. So I will do like, tea and stuff like that. I will do like this little humming thing. Make sure ain't no snot in that chest, you know what I mean? But other than that though, and that's just of recent, just because I went to this seminar that was hosted by Next Showcase Chicago. And they had a doctor there, like a vocal doctor, and a voice trainer there. And they was basically talking about you have to tell your voice when it's time to sing, and then you have to tell your voice when it's time to stop, like relieving now. And there's things that you can do to, let your voice know that.
Now, you have a lot of songs. Are you coming out with a mixtape, or album, or are we just stacking singles?
So there is a 11-song project that is coming out in the summer. I don't know what to call it though, because if I call it an album, an OG told me this. He said that 50 Cent told him this. Either when you drop an album, you are now putting yourself on the playing field with people that drop albums, which are celebrities, right? So when you do that, let's just say you have a dope album, right? And then let's just say a label hears one of your singles and they go, yo, I like that person. I'm giving y'all free game here. I like that person. Let's set up a meeting. You now have zero playing field. Why? Because you just dropped an album that did nowhere near the numbers of whatever celebrity just dropped their album. So they did 500,000 copies in the first week, and you did 500. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So when you do that, now you don't have any playing field to talk with these labels because you're not making no money. So you could do a mixtape, but that sounds cheap to me, to say I'm dropping a mixtape. I can't say EP because then EP is 5 songs. LP is like saying album. So I don't know what to call it yet. I'm still trying to figure it out.
A Lamar
Right, a playlist of songs or something. Yeah.
Top 5.
Yeah, so free game.
And you have a song that's called Addicted to You. Who are you addicted to?
All of the beautiful women of the world. What Wayne say in that song, Every Girl? I can't say it because we on the radio. I love women, man. I love women.
How do you come up with the titles and the concepts of your songs?
I like to make the music of that people think but can't say or won't say. Like, we know that there's so many guys out here, even women too. I like to keep it like to a point where both parties are able to relate, right? We in the era of toxic relationships. And like people on social media, they love it. Like they're just like, ooh, he's so toxic.
Let me get it in inbox.
You know what I'm saying? Let me slide on him. He's so toxic. I love that. I know he cheating on his girl, but it's okay. He really love me for real anyway. Like this is the era that we in. This is the era that we in. And so who am I to not tell that story? Like, I have to tell that story because that's what people are relating to. You know what I mean? And it's like, if I don't tell that story, who will? Mm-hmm. And I think that's why people are flocking to the music. And I didn't know that they would flock to it like that. Addicted wasn't even supposed to be what it is. It was supposed to be a filler song on the project. And I think we ended up dropping it because I just needed something to drop. I had dropped anything for a while, so I was gonna just drop Addicted. And people went crazy. I'm like, this is the song that y'all like? This is the one? Alright.
Put people on the map.
Yeah, so we're gonna keep rocking it out.
What's your favorite song to perform?
Addicted.
Is it because of like the crowd interaction, or is it like literally your favorite song?
There's this dance that I just came up with out of nowhere, and it wasn't even on purpose. I just one day just got to doing it. I was, oh girl, you know that I'm addicted to it. And I do like this little face with it. And people get to going crazy. And like I said, it wasn't even a thing that I did on purpose. It was just, I had dancers with me that night. And I knew that they were going to be like dancing their butt off. And so I had to, and they was only dancing on one song.
And that was the song?
No, it wasn't Addicted. It was it was Flexing.
Oh.
But I did Addicted after Flexing. So I had to keep the crowd engaged. I couldn't just go back to singing like this.
Yeah.
I had to do something. And I just got the jigging and you know what I'm saying? And the crowd went crazy. And so I don't do no performance without doing that dance.
Some of those songs that we played today was showing different ranges of your voice. And you was like, yeah, a lot of people didn't think I could sing because Addicted. Mm-hmm. Now, how did they get that?
Because I'm kind of keeping it real level on Addicted. And Addicted is actually a really easy song to do live because it's just one range. I'm not really going anywhere. But that's how it was meant to be. It was meant to kind of just be mellow, like I'm talking to you and I'm letting you know like this is what's going on. Which is why I can't wait for the playlist project of 11 songs to drop in summer, because it's going to show that range that people don't even know that I have. I have ballads on there, and I love to play some stuff off air, right? I got ballads on there. I got like rapidy songs on there. I got pop songs on there, like I'm Chris Brown. Okay. Like I got so many ranges on the project, and T.L. Williams, who's actually producing the project, he works with a lot of industry people, and he told me, he was like, yo, you may be the king when it comes to this R&B thing. Because you definitely got a classic on your hands. You touching every genre of R&B that there's possibly you could touch. Trap and blues, trap soul, R&B, ballads with pianos, like pop records. Like I'm in the booth for longer than an hour. Cause I write in the mic. Like I don't write anything down on paper. So if it's a thing where I'm in the booth for longer than an hour and I can't get anything out, I usually just throw the song away. This song was a mandatory song for the project because there's an artist on there by the name of T Starverse. It was mandatory for her to be on my project. And so she's a pop rapper. Oh. So I had to do a pop-ish record. And so I think I spent like 4 days on the record. And I was like, okay, I think I finally got it. And we did the record.
Got it.
It's hot. It's hot. Yeah, I'm glad I did it.
So it's that time that we get up out of here, but before you go, what is your social media handles?
You guys can find me on all social media platforms at Lamar Creation. I didn't say no S, it's just Lamar Creation. It's on IG, Facebook, Twitter. I don't use Twitter, but Twitter, all social media platforms, and you can find me on all streaming platforms.
What's your favorite social media?
It's definitely IG, even though from what I was told, IG is the hardest to get viral on, because it's like the industry standard right now. So the algorithms are like very tough on you. You have to be like the it guy. So I've been like tricking the algorithm for a minute now to just try to stay relevant. They say Facebook is the easiest, but I don't know how. It's been a desert town for me on Facebook. I may get, 15 interactions on Facebook? Like, Facebook is terrible, but IG be popping.
See, that's the opposite for me. Facebook, I would be lit all day. I have a lot of content on both pages, but the most interaction would be Facebook for me.
Crazy.
It's like, how? But maybe because, both of the pages are new. I just started them all over last year. Okay. And I was like, let's see how this goes. Let me be more active and proactive on here. And I'm also learning TikTok. Are you on TikTok?
Yeah, I am on TikTok. That's actually the easiest one. You could get, I think I dropped a promo video for Addicted. They got like 25,000 in like 3 days. Like, it's stupid. I'm like, wait, whoa, that's crazy. So yeah, they all have their advantages. And I'm gonna try to learn how to take over TikTok because it's not going nowhere, it don't seem like. So I gotta do better.
Yeah, and it's new. Yeah. So a lot of people are actually jumping back to MySpace. Did you have a MySpace page?
Everybody had a MySpace page.
I'm just trying to see how old you are.
Taught us how to be coders. We was in
Yeah.
there creating our background. He had a SpongeBob with the bling on it. And then I think I had the last song I had on there was it was a song called "Put It On You" by Plies. I think everybody had a Plies song on their MySpace page.
So we had what? MySpace, Bebo, and Tag. Which one was your favorite?
I remember Tag. What was the other one?
Bebo?
I don't remember no Bebo.
It was kind of like Tag a little bit.
Okay, yeah, I remember Tag. It was like your first instant messenger.
Yeah.
I remember Tag. MySpace was still the
MySpace.
best. Yep, but then it used to get you in trouble with the ladies a lot because they'd be like, "Why I'm not your number one?" Like, what? You in my top 5 though?
Right.
I need to be number 1, and then you change it, and then the other girl at you, "Why I'm not number 1? I'm not even in your top 5." All right, girl, I got you, girl. I'm gonna put you in my top 5. Yeah.
So you telling me that you're a player?
No. I love all the women.
That's the problem. That's the problem with these singles. They love all the women.
What's good, nation? It's your boy Lamar Creation. Go download the Support District Radio Network app. It's more than radio. Yeah!
Oh girl, I'm addicted to the way you never call me back.